gonna have a good year, so we only made 45, and the next year we made 60.
We'll call this work session Monday, March 15th to order. Invocation given by Mr. Stewart and pledge allegiance by Mr. Ashley.
Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for this day and the many blessings you have given us. We ask now that you will watch over these proceedings and be pleasing in your sight. Please watch over the employees and citizens of Scottsboro as they go about their daily lives. Guard, guide, and direct us, so in the end we now come to thee. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First thing tonight is discuss the Scottsboro Solid Waste Holiday Schedule. Miller, Mr. Levin.
Thank you, Mr. Bowman. We've been discussing putting this on a postcard and getting it mailed out to all the customers so they know the schedules of when they should put the garbage out and when we're going to be closed. We've got the prices, talked to Tennessee Valley. I've been talking to the Water Street Gas Board about stuffing them in their envelopes, so it looks like we're going to be around the amount that I gave you. It's going to be about $1 per customer to stuff them. That's just rough. They don't have an exact price yet, but I do got the price on the cards themselves, which that's included. And we're going to look at trying to put this in the budget as we move forward, because so many people have asked for this type of card.
Anyone have any questions, Mr. Levin, on this?
Mr. Little, how many customers do we have?
We're going to be looking at about between 6,700 and 6,900.
If you were going to do this in the future, I guess we would try to do it more towards the first of the year.
Yes, sir.
And try to.
Well, I'd like to start doing it right after our new budget and give them the next year, give them a little bit of heads up and a little bit of notice, or whenever the council approves the raise, then we'll put them on the card and get it sent out as quick as we can.
Anyone else have any questions on that? Well, without having a total amount yet, I don't want to put this on the meeting yet until we actually can know the total price. So just when you get that together, let me know and we'll bring it back to the work session.
I'll do it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Number 2, to discuss amending the employee handbook. Ms. Green.
We would like to propose a change to our accrued sick leave policy. The way that it states, currently our employees have the option to be paid up to 50% of accumulated sick leave upon retirement. The paragraph that I'm referring to in the handbook is Section 5B on page 2030. Generally, all accrued sick leave is forfeited upon separation from city employment. Employees are not entitled to payment for accrued and unused sick leave. However, upon the death of an active full-time employee, that employee's designated beneficiary may be paid 100% of accumulated leave at the time of death. That y'all have already approved. Employees who meet the minimum qualifications for retirement from city service, age 60 with 10 years of RSA service credit or 25 years of RSA service credit, have the option to be paid for up to 50% of accumulated sick leave. Any remaining accumulated sick leave may be converted to retirement service credits in accordance with the guidelines of the retirement systems of Alabama. The last part of that sentence is in addition to this policy. They would be paid 50% of their accumulated leave, and then also have the benefit of rolling over the other leave into the retirement system.
So basically, the first part of this paragraph, as you see in the packet, is something we've approved already about the death. The employee's designated beneficiary being paid 100%. The second part, the first part of that is approved already, the 50% of the sick leave being paid. The only real change in this I see is the other 50% would go into the retirement.
That is correct. It's an additional benefit for the employee.
Anyone have any questions, Ms. Green, on this? Hearing none, we'll move this to next week's meeting.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Number 3, discuss the recreation director job posting. I guess I'll put this on here, I can discuss it a little bit. Ms. Bradford here tonight, she's not. I appreciate the job she's done, and I appreciate the employees over there and their hard work. I just want to put this on here because I know Ms. Yokel's job, her retirement date's coming up, and it takes a little while to fill those positions. So saying that, just want to have this time in discussion about if we were ready to start putting the job out and putting a package together to get this job posted. Anyone have any questions on that?
I feel the same way. We need to proceed and get the spot filled.
Appreciate that.
Mr. President, we've talked with Aaron, and we're actually going back through the job description and updating the job description and making it what it really needs to be. So we'll have that done pretty quickly to get it posted.
Will you have it done by next week's meeting, so we have a
Yes.
chance? Okay. We'll put that on next week's meeting then. Well, actually, we don't even have to put that on the meeting to vote on it.
No.
We just authorize you to go ahead and post that when you get it ready. Well, I guess we'll have to look at the job description since you're going to change it. All right, so we'll put that on next week's meeting about the job description, and we'll vote on that.
And
before you
yes,
post it.
I've been working with the mayor, and I have some other obligations this week, but I feel confident that I will be back at work Friday from jury duty. And we can proceed Friday, after Friday.
All right,
I'm
sounds
sorry.
great.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll put that on next week's meeting then. All right, number 4, discuss zoning changes. Mr. Little. You're not sitting in the regular spot, to be honest.
Yeah, good evening. A couple months back, the mayor and I and John Moses, the chief building inspector, met. And without getting too far in the weeds with some of this stuff, we looked at our zoning ordinance and looked at what we could change fairly easy to make it more builder friendly in the community. We took out some stuff, minor stuff, made a few changes on some setbacks. Hopefully helping some people that was living in mobile homes to be able to change out a mobile home without getting a variance. But I sent that to you about 3 weeks ago to look at. And if you got any questions on it, I'll answer it. I can get in the weeds and stay 30 minutes, but I don't think we want to do that tonight. But basically, it's something we worked on about 2 months. And we also met with Councilman Rafdal and Councilman Gary Stewart and went over this and looked at it.
And our advisory committee and you met together and came up with all this, and everyone's got that email and had a chance to look at it. Anyone have any questions for Mr. Little on this? And Mary, you had a chance to look at this also?
Oh, yeah, we went through it line by line.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll put this on next week's meeting. Thank you. Number 5, discuss the software for the vehicle maintenance department. Mr. Congo?
Thank you. We're running software called RTA. we've had it for a good long while. It's older technologies, it's for, softwares is, we purchase it, it's on our computer, we maintain hardware, and so on. The company is dropping that version of RTA as of June 1st, and there will be no more security, no updates, no tech support. It's just going away. So we're gonna have to make a merge to a newer software. It runs about $4,158 a year. It's a subscription base. The software is a cloud base. We don't have to have hardware. All we have to do is an internet connection, and so we have to maintain it. They take care of all updates in the future, keep it backed up. All we have to do is run it. So we're asking for the monies to upgrade that system, and so we can proceed on without taking a chance of losing what we have.
Do we have to pay this every year, or is this?
It is a subscription base, yes. Yeah, they fully maintain the whole system. All we do is run it. Any updates, they do. Any hardware changes, they keep all the hardware updated to the latest and greatest. All we have to do is log in and operate.
Now, are we under any kind of contract with them?
We have a subscription already, and it is about $1,250.
I'm saying, if we go to this, are we gonna have to sign like a 10-year contract or anything like that? Or is it a year-to-year?
No, it's not a contract now.
And are they, any guarantee that they stay the same price every year?
Well, I can't say that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure they will, as most softwares, have small increases every year. I think I have not dealt with RTA very long myself. I've not been here for about a year. But from what I can tell, they stay pretty close. They don't do any big changes really fast that I've seen. They also provide training. Training is free.
I noticed that in the package.
Yeah, whether it be virtual or location, either one. So they do provide some services that we don't have now.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions or comments?
I do. Some of these features in here, are we gonna be utilizing all of these features?
We will utilize a lot of it.
Like barcode and...
Actually, I'm hoping to go to that pretty soon. We actually have, it's a little outdated, but we actually have a barcode scanner now.
Tool checkout?
We're not using that for that purpose now, but I would like very much to use that in the very near future. When I started, we didn't have many tools, that type of tools to check out, but we've been adding to that. As that's growing, it's becoming a bigger need to be able to track it. And before, they wasn't enough that it mattered that much, but we are growing.
Anyone else have any questions? If not, we'll put that on next week's work session.
Thank you.
Next week's meeting, I'm sorry. Number 6, discuss the Volker proposal for the frontage road. Mr. Little?
You should have in your packet tonight a proposal from Beaufort Engineering. It says a supplemental agreement number 1, but this is a supplemental to the agreement we've had with them for the safety grant program. And this is in reference to the A-Trip-2 grant we received. And this is for the about 800 feet of frontage road that will extend from the end of Redstone Federal Credit Union there and go about 800 feet up US 72. But this is for the engineering work on that. And it's 100% reimbursable. We'll have to front the money, but AlDOT will reimburse us on this.
What's the total on this?
It's 39, it's a change. 39,718.
Now, saying this is the atrium, this can't be done until after the safety grant, or can this be done before?
Well, it's included in the same project.
Okay, so it'll be done at the same time?
Same time, yes, sir.
Anyone else have any questions?
Reimbursed, correct?
Yes, sir, 100% reimbursed. We'll have to front the money and show them we paid for it, and they'll reimburse us for it.
Is it gonna be tied up with the money at the first safety grant is probably gonna be after October?
That's what it looks like now, in the fiscal year 2022. That's what it looks like, yes, sir.
Any plans for them to move that up a little for us?
We're trying.
Understand. Anyone else have any questions? Hearing none, we'll put that on next week's meeting. Thank you. Number 7, discuss the resolution to award the contract mowing bid. Ms. Phillips?
We sent out bids for our annual mowing contract. We posted 1 bid, 4 bid packets were picked up at the meeting, and 3 bid packets were received. Routeway Services came in at the lowest bidder at $45,800 per year.
Any questions on that?
Who currently has that bid?
Mountaintop.
Anyone else? No, we'll move that to next week's meeting. Number 8, discuss KPS invoice number 11. Mr. Owens?
Good evening. This is a routine invoice from KPS Architects for the Heritage Center through the end of January. They have their first 4 phases complete. The last phase, construction administration, they're 85% complete. The amount of this billing is $4,268.68. It would be split between the Heritage Center and the City Council. So I request approval of this invoice.
This invoice for us would be $2,134.34. Anyone have any questions for Jim on this? If not, we'll move that to next week's meeting. Number 9, discuss the Heritage Center bond issue. And I guess that'll be me tonight. All right, with the bond issue, we've come to find out, of course, we knew it was gonna probably run over with the projects at the recycling center and things. And so to cover the end of the Heritage Center project, we're gonna need to move $63,282.78 from excess county tax to cover the end of that project. So, anyone have any questions about that? Yes, Jim.
I do want to clarify that that is not increasing the amount of the $500,000.
Yes.
I want everybody to understand.
Yes, exactly.
This is part of the $500,000 that.
It's actually part of the $500,000 that we used a little bit towards the recycling center.
That's fine. I
And
just want to
we're
make sure that everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
This $63,000 will put the $500,000 back at $500,000 basically. Anyone else have any questions or comments on that? If not, we'll move that to next week's meeting. Number 10, discuss the resolution to surplus fire department property. Mr. Nicholas.
Yeah, you should have before you a draft resolution to surplus 3 lawnmowers that are currently at the fire department, each of the firehouses. And these were purchased between 05 and 08, the residential cotton mowers that we used to use to maintain the lawns. And now that we've been included in the mowing, we no longer have a need for them or really reason to keep them up. So I'd like to surplus those and just put any proceeds into our capital outlay. We'd sell them on co-deals as normal.
I know,
Unless somebody in the city needs them, but like, again, these are old residential mowers.
well, I got excited when I heard that you had some mowers you didn't need, but then I realized they were residential and they were already pretty worn. It changed things. Anyone have any questions for the chief on this? We'll move that to next week's meeting. Number 11, let's discuss the Amendment 772 for High Country Toyota. I guess the easiest thing for me to go over this the best I can. If y'all have any questions, Mr. Kendall sitting here beside me to answer them. All right. This is just a chance to review the draft and recommend the certain changes. Mr. Kimber and Mr. Hill have discussed this, and we're looking at lowering the percentage from 66 2/3 to 65%. Also changing the payment period a few days for our office to be able to handle the data and getting the payments right. And this will be a baseline amount of 65% over average monthly sales and taxes over the last 5 years. So you have that packet in your packet. So this is a chance for me to have Mr. Kennemer and Ms. Phillips to get with their people, finalize documents for the council to review, prepare a draft agreement and a draft ordinance, and do a draft notice for a public hearing. So if anyone has any questions on this 772 that's been proposed, this would be your time to ask Mr. Kennemer.
I'd just like to make a comment to make everyone aware that these people get paid this percentage on the amount of gain from
Yes.
what they currently are. What they're currently doing, we still obtain the same amount of sales tax. But whatever, new location, whatever, it's above that average is when they get a percentage of the sales tax.
Yes, 65% over the average of the monthly sales and taxes over the past 5 years. So. We won't be, so authorize Mr. Kimmer and Ms. Phillips to take care of that. And we'll come back to a work session when that's been done. That concludes, there's no delegations tonight. So, Mayor, do you have anything tonight?
I've got a couple of things. This week, we received approval from ADECA for the 5 additional sites to be removed, 4 of them on Wallace Lane and 1 of them in Scottsboro Wholesale. So, Mr. Little's been working with the contractor and we'll get started on those as quickly as he can. The resurfacing bid, it's out for bid. The bid opening is April 8th for 5 streets, and we're looking forward to getting started on that. That's all I've got.
I think we're all looking forward to that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Stewart?
I don't have anything, thank you all for coming.
Mr. Ashman?
Don't have anything other than be weather aware. There's a little bit of weather that could be coming through here on Wednesday, so be weather aware. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Ms. Hall?
I only have one thing, and that was to ask the mayor on the storm shelters. What's the last?
They poured the sidewalk at, I think at Thomas Memorial, is that right? Mr. Will, they got the sidewalk poured down there, they could not get in to pour the sidewalk at Grace Baptist, but generators or what the water, sewer, and gas, we've got them, they just got to finish the sidewalks and get them wired. They are unlocked, so if the need comes up tonight or Wednesday, they are open.
Thank you. Other than that?
Thank you. Mr. Dahl?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Thank you. I also don't have anything, just remember we'll have a meeting next Monday night. Saying that we are adjourned.